better get all the bars.
Oh, you'll be fine down there.
Good evening, guys, girls. Keith, Brian, Tim, Mike, maybe Harris, and maybe me, Rob. We're going to see if we can keep from buffering all week long. If we can do it this week, we do apologize for last week and want to thank Lori for doing just a wonderful, wonderful job for us last week. Don't forget, everybody that went with the 9 games last week got double wins, but also double losses. So over-unders for last week in college. Tim picked 5 games. He got 2. Keith picked 5 games. He got 3. Everybody else picked 9 games. Harris got 4. Brian got 4. Mike got 5. Yours truly, Rob, got all 9 over-unders last week. I got all of them
nice.
On the underside. So, well, let's change things over as far as wins and losses. The wins and losses, Tim went 3-2. Harris went 14-4. He went a 7-2 record. He gets double 14-4. Brian went 8-10. Mike went 10-8. Rob went 10-8. We held off the best for last. Keith went 5-0 with his picks last week.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't pick the other ones because I would have probably had them wrong.
For the season, Tim is 37-34. Brian is 37-47. Keith is 41-30. Rob is 44-40. Mike is 49-35, and Harris is 49-35. And we're buffering, and I hope we can survive.
No, it came
hope
through
we can
pretty
survive this buffering right here tonight. Let's hope so. Let me try to move something around here. We are going to start with Tim tonight. We got 6 championship games. You got to pick at least 5. If you pick 5, you're good. If you want to go for the 6th one, you can do it as well. Sun Belt Conference, Troy, traveling to JMU Friday night. JMU is losing its coach, but after the season, JMU's coach took the job at UCLA, but they are allowing him to stay at JMU till the end of the year. So we will clarify that one for you. 21.5 points is James Madison's. That's what they're favored by, 47.5. Tim, have it.
Yeah, the thing I noticed about what JMU and Troy did, they had one common opponent, Old Dominion. Okay. JMU kicked the pants off of JMU, and Troy got shut out by ODU. That's a little disturbing. And I'm sorry, but James Madison's got something to prove. They realize they win, and they'll most likely go to the playoffs. 21.5's a lot, but I'll take all them points. JMU and over.
Tim takes it over. Mike, go for it, bro.
Oh, JMU's been really, really good most of the year. And Troy, the Trojans, the only thing those Trojans are good for them is protection, which they lack because they don't play defense. I'm also agreeing to they're going to either get the 11 or the 12 seed. So give me James Madison, give me the over because they score a lot of points.
All right. We go to Keith.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take James Madison to cover, and I'll go over as well.
All right. Brian.
I think Troy's going to have to pull something out of their sleeve to beat JMU, something like a Trojan horse or some big surprise. It's not going to happen. I'm for JMU, and I'll take the under in this game.
All right, Keith, did you go over or under?
Over.
Over, and Brian's going under. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I've watched JMU play 5 games this year, and the one constant was their offense just seems to click really, really well. Screen passes, long passes, nice runs.
Fake kicks.
A couple of the games they rushed for 200 yards. A couple of the games they passed for 350 yards. We're buffering again, son of a bitch.
They can attack.
Sorry,
all
guys,
parts-
we're buffering again. I'm trying to move around any which way I can here to keep us going here tonight. I like JMU big in this game. I think maybe they pitch a shutout in this game, and still, against Troy. And guess what? With 47.5 points, all it takes is 48. I'm going JMU and big time over. We're going to Keith now. Keith, we got North Texas and Tulane. Do you want to have any parts of that? North Texas, 2.5 point favorite, 66 and a hook. Somebody likes a lot of points. Go for it, brother.
North Texas and over.
Keith says North Texas and the over. He gives up a 2.5. Go for it, Brian.
I think a couple of years ago, Tulane was pretty strong. I know they played Kansas State to the wire. I don't think they're as strong this year. North Texas does look good. I've seen them a couple of times. I'm going to go with North Texas, but I'm going to take the under.
All right. Coming to me. Are they playing in Tulane Stadium?
No.
That's my one question. Okay. They're not playing where Tulane plays.
I don't think so.
It says that Tulane, but I don't know if that
is.
means.
I'll double check.
What conference? Sun Belt. That's right.
Yes.
No, American Football Conference Championship. Football Championship.
Yeah.
The AAC. Okay. AAC.
Or AF. I don't know.
It is played at Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That is Tulane. Okay.
That's enough for me right there. Tulane at home
Part
is a
of the
different
fourth Super
cat.
Bowl.
Tulane on Huh?
That's the side of the fourth Super Bowl.
That's two, which is the
Oh,
home
okay.
stadium for Tulane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tulane's home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played in the
I'm
Superdome
taking
for a
North
long
Texas in this
time.
ball game. I'm going Tulane and the under. Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at how many points North Texas has scored the last few games, and I can see why this is a 66.5 total. I mean, they've pretty much averaged anywhere from 30. Well, their low was like 28, their high was like 56 in each of the last 6 weeks. So I can see why they like a lot of points, and I do too. I'm going North Texas in the over.
All right, Tim. North Texas and the over. Mike.
I love this game. I really do. Because Tulane is one of my favorite teams. I've always been a Tulane Green Wave fan, whether they've been good or bad. This year they've been But North Texas, boy, they score a lot. If this game was in Denton, if it was, I would have taken North Texas in the points. I think this is going to be a closer game than most people realize. So I'm going to take Tulane, give me the points. I think the game's going to go over because it's probably going to be one of those 38 to 35 games. And North Texas is going to find a way to win it.
All right.
Mike. All I did is I looked at
Okay.
what?
Go for it again. Go ahead, Keith. What was you going to say?
Oh, I said all I did is I looked at Tulane got beat pretty bad by UTSA and North Texas rolled over on.
They got embarrassed. They got embarrassed on national TV. I know. College Game Day was down there.
All right. coming over to me now. We'll just work our way across here. We got Texas Tech, BYU, Texas Tech. Is this at Jerry's house? Or is
Yes.
this in Houston?
Yes.
This is in Jerry's house.
Yes.
Texas Tech, 11.5-point favorites. BYU, 50 in the hook. I talked to my man out in Arizona, big BYU fan, Anthony Crooks, and he says BYU's getting screwed out of this deal right here. And I said if he win, he's not screwed, but I don't think he must feel real strong about them. I don't either. I like Texas Tech in this ball game. I'm going under the total. Texas Tech under. Go for it, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, essentially they've already played, and I think this is going to be pretty much the same result. Texas Tech and under.
Mike.
You know, I'm going to say it this way. Texas, being in Jerry, it's going to be like a home game because all those people from Lubbock are going to come down. They're going to be here. My wife's family are Texas Tech Lubbock people. They have ties there. It's going to be a rerun of what happened a few weeks ago. Texas Tech, but I'm going to go a little over the total because I think it's going to be like I think BYU will score maybe 20 points. Wow.
All right.
Wow, Texas Tech.
Mike
like
goes
50.
Texas Tech and over. Go for it, Keith.
I'm going to take BYU with the points, and I'll go under. I'm thinking like 27-20.
All right.
Wow.
Brian.
So, Keith, you think BYU is going to win the game?
No, I'll take Texas Tech to win, but I just don't think they'll cover.
Okay. I'm in the same place. No, I'm not the same place. I think BYU will cover. No, yeah, I'm in the same place. BYU will cover. Texas Tech will win the game. I think Texas Tech is a very balanced team. I know my daughter's family, when they lived in Western Kansas, that's who they followed, and they would go. They went to a couple of their games in Lubbock. Yeah, I like Texas Tech. Maybe Pat Mahomes will be there.
Yeah.
Under.
I've got the under.
Under. All right. We got that with Brian. Mike, let's go to you, bud.
Mhm.
Georgia Bulldogs. Gonna be right there in Georgia. I think it's where the SEC championship is in Atlanta.
Yep. Yep.
And Alabama's come to town. Georgia, 1.5 favorite. 47 in the hook. Rematch. Alabama won the first time. Mike, have at it.
This is like a pick'em game. Only problem I have is that stupid number. Because it's going to be near that number. Okay? 47.
You got it.
I'm going to go with the Bulldogs of Georgia. They're home. They're going to bring their whole crowd. It's going to be like the little circle, and 7/8 of the pie is going to be all Georgia. And that little bitty place in the top of the corner, far, far away, is where the Alabama fans are. Maybe the band hides there, you know? But I'm going to go with the Bulldogs of Georgia. And I'm going to have to say it's going to go a little over. It's probably going to be like 49 points.
Oh.
So I'm going to go with Georgia.
Keith.
I honestly have not seen Georgia play, I don't think, at all this year. In Alabama, I just trust more. So I'm going to go with Alabama to win this game. And I think they'll find a way to get a little bit over that total, but it's going to be right. Like Mike said, that's a number that's kind of tough to pick one way or the other.
Yep.
All right. Brian.
I think it is going to be a good game. Both teams have been finishing out their year winning, but I think Georgia has been playing of late a little better than Alabama's been playing. So I'm going with Georgia, and I am taking the over in this game.
Yep. How about this one? How many times has Kirby Smart ever beat Alabama since he's been there? One time.
Once.
That's it. One time. That is it.
Make
He's
it two.
only beaten them once.
Yeah, different coaches though.
Once.
Was it a
He's
coach
only beaten them
championship,
once.
conference championship game, or was it a regular season game?
It was a national championship game. It was the national championship game where Georgia beat
Oh, okay.
Alabama in the national championship to win. And he has
That
got
was after
all
too.
his apples in the basket this time to win this game. DeBoer has got some injured guys. And I tell you what, if you look at look at Alabama the last 4 weeks, they've been just like this. They've been on decline. Their offense has not been running smooth as it has been. Georgia's defense is ready. Georgia is going to win this ball game. I'm going under the total. I don't think Bama's going to score 20 points in this ball game. I will take Georgia with a pretty easy run here. I think about over 10 points and the under. Tim.
See, my issue is that this is the time that Alabama usually finds a way to win these games, no matter good, bad, or indifferent, because, well, Alabama does well in these games. So I will take Alabama to cover and win and under.
Tim goes Alabama and under. We go to Keith now. Keith, Duke, a 5-loss team. We were talking about it last week. It was only imaginations that it could happen. Miami blows to the side. SMU blow to the side and just open up the door for Duke. And they're going to be playing in Charlotte against Virginia. Virginia's a 2.5-point favorite, 57.5. How about it, Keith?
Well, Virginia just beat them by 17 points 3 weeks ago. So I guess I'll go ahead and stick with that. Take Virginia to win the game, cover that, and go under on that. 57.5 seems like too many.
All right, Brian.
I was thinking about passing on this game because I think Virginia is a little bit undersized and Duke is pretty tough. But like you guys said, they did win by 17. So I'm going to stay with Virginia on this and take the under.
But you are going to take a pick?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the pick. I was thinking about passing, but I'll take the pick.
Right.
Virginia under.
And you're going under or over?
Under.
Under. All right. You know what? Duke is another team here lately has been playing a whole lot better. I mean, I understand, yeah, they lost to UConn, and some of these losses they had were bad. I think they show up for this ball game. If anything can mess up the ACC, this would be it. They don't get a single team in the playoff. Duke's going to win this ball game. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to find a way to win this game. The ACC is just always a screwed up situation. I'm going over the total here. I think Duke's going to bring it. I think both teams may score in the 30s here. Tim.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that, but only because of just the 5-loss Duke team. It's like they essentially was, oh, great. Hey, by the way, that sound you heard, that's Duke backing into the ACC championship game.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, the beep, beep, beep. It's them backing into this game. They will not back in. They will not back any of the teams, ACC teams out, because they're going to lose. Virginia under.
What does Rocky say?
So did you go over or under with UVA?
Under.
Oh, okay. And
me and Rocky.
Okay. Mike.
Rocky and I say the same thing. Be grateful it's not North Carolina, so we don't have to hear about Double B and his 25, 26-year-old girlfriend or whatever. So let's go with the Cavaliers and the Schwartz. Virginia wins the game. I gotta go under on this one. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna watch it, but
all right.
I'm going to take Virginia in the under.
So Keith, Brian, Tim, and Mike go all with UVA and the under. I go with Duke, and I go with the over in this ballgame. We go to Brian now. The Big Ten Championship, 2 undefeateds. Indiana goes to Indianapolis to play against Ohio State. 5.5-point favorites are the Ohio State Buckeyes in a dome, 49 to hook. Brian.
Well, a month ago, it looked like Indiana was just having a banner year in football. They could potentially get 2 teams in the championships with the Colts and their Hoosiers. The Colts have fallen back to the mean now, so that's kind of out. And Ohio State's really coming on. Their running game was a little something else. It wasn't much, I thought, the first part of the year, but now they got Bo Jackson. How could you fail with Bo Jackson? He's a different type of runner than Bo Jackson, but he is very effective and has good balance and great speed. And that quarterback's smart and very accurate. Like the defense of Ohio State, probably still lead the nation. I'm taking Ohio State in this game. I'm going to go ahead and take the over. Either Indiana's going to stay with them and they're going to score some points, or Ohio State's going to run away with this. But I think Ohio State's going to be victorious.
All right, so Brian takes Ohio State and over. I am too. Indiana has not played anybody other than
Oregon.
And Oregon to me
Oregon
is a little bit overrated right now. Huh?
They played Oregon at Oregon, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they played Oregon out there, but I just think Oregon was just a little too overrated for me. I just don't think they're as good a team as people are. I think they're highly likely to lose early in the playoff. Indiana right here. Either way, I think both teams get to bye. That's the one thing. Will both teams be a top 4 team after this week? I think so. So win or lose, unless Indiana just gets blown off the map. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they lose by 10, maybe by 14. I'll take Ohio State. I'm going over the total too. I don't go over a lot, but this one right here I will. Tim.
By the way, the last time that Indiana beat Ohio State in football, Bush was in office. And we're not talking about W, we're talking about HW.
Wow.
I was waiting to hit Kennedy was in office.
No. HW was in office, and Anthony Thompson was the running back. That's how long it's been since Indiana's beat Ohio State. And will not continue this time. I think Ohio State will keep their streak of holding teams under 17 points. I got Ohio State in the under.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say either some JFK or Woody Hayes was the coach back then or whatever. But, Ohio State impressed me last week, playing in that snow and just running Michigan off the field. And the semi-class that they did end up putting their flag on the Michigan thing. Nobody knows that. I saw the video. But Ohio State's going to win this game. They're going to win it. Probably they're going to win it big, and I'm going to go under because I don't think Indiana's going to score maybe 13 points.
All right. Keith.
Well, it would probably take a visit to the Wizard for me to have enough confidence to take Indiana with the points, but I would like to because I think Indiana will play with them. But I think Ohio State's going to probably end up winning by about 6, maybe 7, and it could be in overtime, but we'll see. Under.
All right. Keith takes Ohio State and the under. All right. We're ready to switch over to NFL play. NFL Week 14. Brian, do you have our straight ups for last week?
I have not had time to add them up. I can have them next week.
That's cool. Not a problem there. Over-unders for last week. Brian, hey, he's been traveling. He ain't had enough time to really look into the numbers. He got 5 over-unders this week. Harris got 8. Rob got 9. Tim got 9. Mike got 10.
Again? Woo!
Keith got 11.
Oh, wow.
Wow!
Keith.
I'm not usually good at over-unders.
I'm the over-under kid.
And our picks for the week. We had 16 of them. Tim went 5 and 11. He's already pointing downwards there. Harris went 6 and 10. Mike went 7 and 9. Rob went 7 and 9. Brian went 8 and 8. Keith went 8 and 8. So none of us really did well at all. Rob is 85 and 105 for the year.
Woof.
Harris is 83 and 107 for the year. Mike is 88 and 102 for the year.
14 under.
Tim is 85 and 105 for the year. Brian is 90 and 100 for the year. And
Right.
Keith,
Say the Bryans again.
95 and 95 for the year. So, huh?
What was Brian's
90
again?
and 100.
Bad.
He's 90 wins, 100 losses.
Just like a certain
And,
other team that wears
Not
red.
a good year for us.
95 and 95, straight down the middle. All right.
I think we were
All right,
all
well,
above
let's
500
go.
last year, weren't we?
I think we were, but we are in straight up picks this year. This year's been a weird year, though. I'll tell you. Let's go like a tire spin. So let's start. Let's start with Brian. We're gonna go clockwise. That's the way we'll do. Thursday night football. We got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Detroit to play the Lions. The Lions are 3 and a hook favorite, 54.5. Brian.
Okay, Dallas is going to be facing another team that's got offensive line issues. Kansas City ended up finishing that game last week with 3 offensive linemen out. And Detroit's got interior offensive line issues, and they're facing 2 good tackles for Dallas. But one thing, maybe I'll talk about this when we get to the Chiefs. Chiefs did not try the perimeter run game against Dallas. And I thought that's the main thing they needed to go after, and they didn't even try that. And Detroit, they're not going to miss that with Jamar Gibbs. I could see Jamar Gibbs potentially running wild in this game, actually. So I've got Detroit winning the game, and I think it will go over. And it helps that it's at Detroit as well.
So you got them winning and covered, and you're going over.
Yes.
I don't. I tell you what, I don't see a team right now playing any better than Dallas as far as just trying to win. They've got weaknesses. Yes, they've got weaknesses. The run game is not the best in the world, but they're coming out playing. They're throwing the ball all over the place. And I'll tell you what, the quietest guy on the field for Detroit for the Lions right now is Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, he's got 8
8 sacks.
9 sacks.
Uh-oh.
You froze up.
Oh,
Every time Hutchinson is getting us. I don't know what you calls them. I don't know. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to move it around in here, trying to make this work. I like Cowboys. Straight up, I think they win. I'm going over the total. I don't even think I need the points, though. Cowboys and over. Keith.
You know what? I remember watching that Lions-Packers game, and to me it seemed like the Lions weren't really using their running game much at all. Not that I can recall. They got to try to get that going this week. Dallas is playing hard, and they're giving everybody a battle. I mean, beating the Eagles, and then the Chiefs. Wow, it's going up to Detroit, and Detroit really needs this one.
3.5.
I'm with you, Rob. I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win this game and the under.
All right. Tim.
That half point is going to be the death of me because I think the Lions win by a field goal. So I got the Lions to win, but the Cowboys to cover and over.
All right. Michael.
and me, of course. I have to deal with Yee, but thank God they're not home. And I'm going to go probably and definitely on the island. I think that the Lions need to win this game worse than Jerry does, even though they're both in the same boat. I am taking the Lions, and this game, even though I always say Thursday nights are low scoring, if Dallas wants to win, they got to score over 30 or 40. I am going over. It's going to be back and forth and back and forth. I'm taking the Lions, and I'm taking the over.
Did you see the email?
All right. So Brian and Mike taking Lions and go over. Tim and I go over, and we take the Cowboys. Keith takes the Cowboys and goes under the total. Coming to me now, Sunday, the 1 o'clock games, the Seahawks, 7.5-point favorites, traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons, 43 and a hook. And I'm like this. If the Seahawks were traveling to almost any other place right now, I would be worried about Sam Darnold. They almost are getting a week off here. This team is playing worse than the Saints. This team is playing worse than the Panthers. This team is playing worse than the Jets right now. This Falcons team has no identity, and without an identity, you're in a lot of trouble. Seahawks defense will travel. And in case this word will be coming out of my mouth the rest of the night, Seahawks and under, because I'm not going high on any of the rest of them the rest of the night. I will go Seahawks and under. Keith.
Well, I don't think it'll be a blowout, but yeah, Atlanta hasn't been playing that good this year. And unless Robinson somehow finds a way to have a real big game, I guess I'll go ahead and take Seattle. I hate to give up 7.5 points on the road, but I will do it. And I'll go over. And that's tough to do too,
All right.
but I'll do it.
I got you. Tim.
Yeah, I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to get a little bit better of a start than he did it in the first half against the Vikings. Unless Bijan has the biggest day, the Falcons have no chance, and I don't think they do. Seahawks and under.
All right. Mike.
Oh, poor Artie. Poor Artie Blank. You know, you can sell your $5 hot dogs. You can sell your $2 drinks and whatever to get people to come in. But what do you need? You need a football team. Atlanta don't got that right now. Seahawks, I think they can pitch a shutout. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but Seattle and the way under.
So, Michael, are you saying that the two people that don't work in Atlanta on Sundays are the Falcons and Chick-fil-A?
Yes, very much so.
Go ahead,
Brian.
Birds take the day off.
Yeah, I still think Seattle's one of the strongest teams in the league. It's been an upside down year all throughout pro football. Atlanta just has never gotten their act together through the season. Now they're hoping to revive Kirk Cousins. He was awful the first time he started, a little better the next time, though I don't think the ceiling is very high on Kirk Cousins this year. So I'm with Seattle, and I'll take the under.
All right. So Brian, Mike, Tim, and myself all take Seattle. We go with the under. Keith takes Seattle. He goes with the over. Keith, the Steelers traveling to Baltimore, AFC North matchup. Ravens, surprisingly, a 5.5-point favorite in this ball game, 46 and a hook. And my man, number 8, Rodgers, does have a broken hand multiple places in the non-throwing hand. But he will play. Keith.
Yeah, Steelers are just without a healthy Rodgers. That's not good. I do think first I'll say the under. I'm more confident in that than anything else. Ravens will win the game. Will they cover? If Rudolph's not getting the snaps, the reps in practice, and it sounds like he's not, I'll go with the Ravens to cover.
All right. So you're going to go Keith. Keith's going to go Ravens and under. All right. Tim.
Hey, Rob, by the way, you might want to post something to link this video on Keith's channel for people that sub to you. Might be a good idea. Anyway,
Right.
Yeah. The Steelers showed why they were 5.5-point underdog last week when they couldn't do anything without Rodgers. I mean, give me a break here. Plus the Ravens. Well, let's just say the fire Tomlin chance. This is it's in Baltimore. They'll be much more fever pitch coming a couple weeks. Yeah, I got the Ravens and under.
All right, Tim goes under. Mike, have at it.
Okay, I'm going to say two easy things. It's going to be Jackson, Henry, run. Jackson, Henry, run. Okay? And the second thing is not a prediction, it's a spoiler. The new Giants head coach will be Mike Tomlin. Ravens and over.
All right. Brian.
Years ago, the Chiefs had a quarterback break his hand, non-throwing hand, Steve DeBerg, who I never really thought of as a tough guy.
Steve DeBerg.
But he is a pretty tough guy because he played well, and even played under center with a broken hand. So it can be done. But I think the Aaron Rodgers experiment in Pittsburgh is kind of beginning to turn sour. Their feelings toward the coach. I've got Baltimore and under. The two unhealthy quarterbacks. Jackson is not completely healthy, and his game is curtailed because of it. But I think Baltimore overall is a better team.
What do I keep saying?
I'm with all you guys. Look, the Steelers normally are known for defense. and that's been their weak spot this year. They've played like shit on the defense this year. It's been bad, and the offense has really been the thing that's actually carried this team. And now they're in trouble offensively. I think this could get messy, boys and girls. I really do. Steelers don't get 10 points in this ball game, and it's still probably could almost go over, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say Ravens, and I'm going to go under the total, but not by a lot. I think the Ravens are going to score some points in this ball game. So we got all 5 of us picking the Ravens. Everybody but Mike is going under. Mike is going over the total.
Right.
We go into 10.
That's Henry.
10.
Right.
The Cincinnati Bengals travel to Buffalo. This has been a well-timed matchup over the past. Buffalo Bills are 6.5-point favorites, 53.5. Tim.
I'm going to take a little bit of a shocker here because I'm not 100% sold on the Buffalo Bills right now. The Bengals defense is not great, but Burrow and that team showed me a lot on Sunday. So I'm going to take the Bengals in an upset to cover and win and over the total.
All right.
I'm being the island, but that's okay.
Okay. I saw somewhere today they had a board out with the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens. Okay? There is a way that the Bengals can make the playoffs. But there's one problem. They have to win every single game that's left on their board. Is that going to happen? No. Josh is going to have some fun. He's going to throw the ball against the defense. The Bengals might get a field goal or 2. The Bills fans are happy. There's still going to be snow on the ground. So we're going to take the Buffalo Bills and we're going to go under the total.
All right. Brian.
Actually, last week Cincinnati showed that they have not completely forgotten how to play defense. And now with Joe Burrow's back, to me, this is almost a pick'em game. But I'm going to go with Buffalo and the under. I think there's going to be a lot of snow.
Giving up 6.5.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Brian says
I think
he's going to take
wins.
Buffalo. You went under, didn't
Yes.
you?
Under.
All right. Yep. Guess what? Tim, make some room, brother. You ain't on the island yourself. I'm with you all the way right here. I like your Bengals. And guess what? I don't think I need points. I think Buffalo's going to need more than a touchdown. I see it's as the complete opposite of the way this thing goes. If Buffalo was getting 6.5, I would take Cincinnati this week. That's how strong I feel about this ball game. I think Cincinnati wins this by more than a touchdown. Buffalo, to me, right now, they're too Jekyll and Hyde for me. I don't trust them. They run a football against the Steelers one week for 300 yards, and the next week they go out here and outright. Bengals outright win this ball game, and I'm going under the total.
Under.
Keith.
We didn't see the real Buffalo team last year. They were missing both their offensive tackles. Does anybody know what that status looks like this week?
Well, I'm looking at it like this.
Who'd you take, Keith?
The Bengals, or at least Joe Burrow coming back, if he's able to play like, have the successes of last week, maybe they're going to have some fun the rest of the year, and they don't really have a lot of pressure on them. I mean, it's kind of like they're not going to make the playoffs, but they can go out there and have some fun on the field, play some good football. And the Bills, they do have a lot of pressure on them, and they're not playing the best. I'm going on that same island that Tim and Rob are on. I'm going to go with the Bengals to win this game outright. And I'm going to go under, though. I don't remember how they went.
If you were talking about Spencer Brown and Deion Dawkins, Brian, both limited participation in practice, yes, or this might have been, I said Wednesday. So today, limited participation in practice. Dawkins with a concussion and Brown with a shoulder.
They might be back. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, we was talking about how many times Kirby Smart had played Alabama. He's won one time. He's lost 7. I didn't realize he'd lost 7 games against Alabama. That's pretty wild. Mike, we're coming to you now, brother. The Titans are hosting. They're going to the Browns, going to Cleveland up in Tim's neck of the woods. Browns 3.5-point favorites. Huh. How about this Husky number? 34.5 is the total.
34.5. Oh my goodness! Some of these teams.
Let me fill my drink up. I'll be right.
Texas could score that in one half. That's how bad it is. But you know what? When you have 2 bad teams playing against each other, you gotta see what's going on. The Tennessee Titans are going to have some fun. Is your team eliminated, Tim? Yes.
I think that's not mathematically, but yes, they are.
We know the Titans are mathematically eliminated, okay? Just like another certain team is mathematically eliminated who was embarrassed on national TV. More later. I am going, when in doubt, go with the home team and go with the over. I'm taking Cleveland to go over.
All right. We go to Brian.
Yeah, this total's low, 34.5. Tennessee is battling, and Shador is not really showing a whole lot. But I'm gonna take Tennessee to cover, Cleveland to win the game, and go over.
Here's Rookie.
All right. Yeah. To sit and watch Stephen A. Smith defend this kid for the Browns. Come on. He's played against some really he played against a good team and lost, played against a ragged team and won. They're playing the worst team out there. They can't lose this game. And I don't think they will. The Browns defense probably scores 14. But 34.5, they're not going to score that many, not even in 2 games. I'll take the Browns to win, probably by a little more than a touchdown, under the total, 17-10, something like that. Keith.
Well, this is like a toss-up game to me. Either team could win. Browns, I guess, their defense gives me a little more confidence, but looking at the 3 quarterbacks that have played for Cleveland, Dylan Gabriel at least completes about 60% of his passes, and he has 7 touchdown passes to only 2 interceptions.
For 2 yards.
I would feel more comfortable taking the Browns with him playing. Sanders is barely over 50% on his completions and limited number of passes. I'll take the Browns. Let me see. How many points? What was the spread on that one?
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, I'll give the
3.5. 34. 30.
Oh wait, the email says 5.5. Your email says 5.5.
Yeah.
Oh, does it say 5? I'm sorry. 3.5. That's what I wrote down here, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give
So,
them 3.5.
so if anybody wants to change it, they can. You can change it, pick if you want to. But three in the hook. So.
Yeah, I do want
You
to
want to
change.
change those, Brian?
Yeah, take
You do?
Tennessee not covering you. Cleveland win, Tennessee not covering.
Okay, so you'll take Titans in the points.
No, I'm taking Cleveland. Cleveland to win.
Oh, you
And cover.
want to go to Cleveland? Okay,
Yeah.
and over.
Hold on.
All right, Keith.
Yellow.
I
Over
guess I'm
under
a
for
little
you,
confused.
bud.
You were going to give 5.5, but not 3.5.
Yeah, it's good. I've done a couple of tight ones before.
Well,
Okay.
Recall? I missed one of them. The one I had by 1 point, I missed by 1 point.
I'll go under.
you know what? I'm not really interested. Thank you.
Nah.
Tim. 3.5, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm glad I even said it when I was out here because I sometimes can't read my own damn writing.
All right. I'm
Your
back.
turn.
Sorry. Spam phone call.
Yeah, you're
Worst team in the league. By the way, there are 5 teams officially eliminated: Raiders, Titans, and then the NFC. It's the Giants, the Saints, and the Cardinals. So back to this game. The Browns will stave off elimination for 1 week potentially. We'll see what happens come next Sunday. So it won't be enough for me to end my Cleveland Browns boycott, but at least they will enjoy a win and should be pretty handily. Myles Garrett probably over under his 3.5 sacks. Yeah, the Titans are not good. Browns and under.
Browns and under. We're going to Brian. The Indianapolis Colts, 3-point favorites, going on the road to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. 48 and a hook. Somebody smell some points there. Have at it, Brian.
I don't. Although Indianapolis, as I said earlier, they seem to be coming back to the mean. Jonathan Taylor has been held down. He's kind of like a volcano that the top is ready to blow. And I hope it's not this game because I'm picking Jacksonville and the under. I think Jacksonville takes this game. They've kind of been quietly rolling along and playing fairly consistent football.
Recap the last game. Everybody took it Brown.
Yeah.
Mike went over. Brian went over. The rest of us went under. So that way, when I do this, if you catch a mistake I make, you can fix me on it. Bless you. Yeah. Jags getting 3 points this game? Oh, how? Danny Dimes has turned to Danny Pennies. And you throwing them in a fountain, and they're coming up, tails up. They're in trouble. The Colts could be in some serious trouble. They may not make the playoffs, guys. Jags win this game outright, and I'm going to stick with my unders. And go to Keith.
Well, Colts, I mean, they did have a game against the Chiefs that they rightfully should. I mean, they should have won that game. They let that one they kind of gave that one away, in my opinion. Then they lost to the Texans, who are not a bad team. The concerning thing to me was the Falcons took them to overtime, I guess, and then losing to Pittsburgh. I think this will be a close game, but I do think the Jaguars will prevail on their home field, and I'll don't need to worry about the points then because I'm taking them outright. 48.5. I'm going to go under that total because I think it'll be about 40, 42, something like that.
All right. And yes, I'm taking the Jags to outright win the ball game as well. Tim.
Key stat that I had heard at the end of last week's Sunday's game: the Colts record when Jonathan Taylor scores a rushing touchdown, 7-0. Record when he doesn't, 1-3. I think we may have our first loss when he does score a rushing touchdown, because I think the Jaguars are just playing great football right now and want to take this division outright. Take me the Jaguars to cover and win and under the total.
All right. Mike, have at it, bro.
And I am going on the island. Even though the game is on natural grass, it could be the game that Jonathan Taylor will break out again. And Denny, not pennies, because the penny is dead. I gotta go with a road team. I like the Colts. I think they're going to win. I think they need a wake-up call. I think that Trevor's going to have a tough time. I'm taking the Colts, and I'm going under. That's all.
All right. So, Brian, Rob, Keith, and Tim all take a Jags and under, and Mike takes a Colts and under. Coming to me now. Oh, perfect. Commanders taking on the Vikings. Vikings 2.5 favorites, 43.5 points. And I'm looking in the mirror. I really see two teams just alike in this ball game. And I think Washington gets their quarterback back this week. I'm not sure, but I think he comes back this week. Even if he don't, you know what? McCarthy has not played up to any potential at all either. And the Minnesota Vikings defensive line has not played anywhere like that people said they were going to. Both of these two teams underachieving. I'm taking the upset in this ball game. I'm taking Washington right here with the points. I think they're going to win outright by a point or two. They actually gave a dogfight to the Broncos Sunday night, and I think they're going to win this game. I don't know why, but I'll take Commanders. I'll go under the total. Keith.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with the Commanders to win this game. Vikings had no offense last week, and they've been struggling the last few weeks, regardless who's been behind center. I'll go with the under, though.
All right.
I don't remember what you said you did on the over-under, but
I'm going unders the rest of the way. I done said over for the last time tonight. Tim.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's like this. I mean, if Mariota gets that ball over Benito's arms, they win that game. That was all that cost them for a win, was that. So, and I don't, the Vikings, yeah, it was sort of death by 1,000 cuts a little bit. They gave up the one defensive touchdown, bunch of field goals, and they got one offensive touchdown after that. But still, I think it's the Commanders showed enough moxie that they'll come out, and I think they will win this game. And I like under the total.
Mike.
This is going to be upset city, baby. I think Justin Jefferson's going to have problems. He's going to start crying. They got rid of Adam Thielen. That's going to haunt them like a ghost. Okay, so give me the Commanders. I'm sorry that Jalen isn't playing. Give me the Commanders and give me the under, because that Minnesota quarterback sucks.
Brian.
Regardless who plays the quarterback for Washington, Mariota's been doing pretty well. Minnesota is the guy named Boswell who's played for them last week. He was awful. Justin Jefferson was sitting on the bench wondering why he had only 4 yards of receptions. I think he was thinking, man, maybe I should play quarterback. I bet that's what was going through his head because they don't have a quarterback right now.
Yeah, at least you get to touch the ball.
And so I've got Washington and under.
All right. So we all took Washington and the under. We all did. All right. We're on to Keith. Miami Dolphins, 3-point favorites in this ball game, traveling to the Jets to play the New York Jets. 41.5 points. Keith.
Dolphins are another one of those teams that's kind of at least shown a little bit of fight lately. Counts enough for me. I'll go with the Dolphins, give it the 3. I'll go with the over on this one.
All right. So you're giving up 3. You're okay with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Tim.
I am as well okay giving up 3 as well because I think the Dolphins are, hey, keep the train rolling. They've been doing pretty well the last couple of weeks. But I like the under in this game.
All right. Mike.
Another one. I'm going back on the island. You guys gotta realize this is AFC, okay? AFC East. Craziness happens, especially when they're playing at the Meadowlands, okay? I've seen it enough times in my lifetime, these two teams. So, yeah, I think Miami is going to win, but it's going to be one of those last drive wins. They're only going to win by 2. And
Uh-oh.
no.
You go over under.
Over on
Looks like Mike's going to sneeze.
41.5.
I'm going to take the green team, and I'm going to go over. I'm going to go barely over the total.
All right.
I'm going to be on the island.
No, you're not.
Ah!
Miami has been playing to save their coach's job, but this is a very warm weather team going to a cold place. And Jets are riding the high of winning last week. I'm going to take the Jets. I swore early in the year I would never take the Jets, but here I go. Taking the Jets and the under.
Needless to say, this will not
All right.
be
That'll break
1986.
his
Ken
tie.
O'Brien to Wesley Walker, 51-45.
Jets don't lose these games in cold weather against the Dolphins. They just don't lose them. But in good faith, I cannot bet on the Jets in this ball game. I no way, man. If I got money on it, no money on it, candy, potato chips, I'm sorry. I'm taking the Dolphins in this game. They win double digits here. They got to. The better team here. They have to win this game. 27-7. So I'll take Dolphins and I'll go under the total.
Tim,
Going
does
over
that
to
mean
Tim.
Tommy Lamb Jones isn't playing either?
And Richard Todd ain't walking out of that locker room either. So
And what was the Freeman McNeil?
Freeman McNeil's not walking out of that
No,
locker
Ken
room either.
O'Brien, baby. Ken O'Brien.
Brees Hall's walking out.
None of them.
Yes.
We're going to Tim.
Yeah.
The Saints traveling to Tampa Bay. Always a tough game right here. Tampa Bay's an 8.5 point favorite in this ball game. 43. Flat up 43. Tim.
I believe Mike Evans, I believe, has gone back to practicing. We all know what Allen Iverson thinks of practice, but may actually help Mike Evans. That means they'll have their top 2 receivers back, and Bucky Irving came back. So it looks like the Buccaneers will have their full offense for the first time in probably since like week 1 or week 2. even then, yeah, the Saints are. I don't even know what they're playing for, to be honest with you. To get Tyler Shuck more reps. Yeah, I think the Saints offense will get eaten alive. Buccaneers, and against my better judgment, I'll say over.
Tim says Buccaneers and over. Michael.
My nephew is a huge Tampa Bay fan, and he's always telling me to fire the coach. Fire Todd Bowles. Fire Todd Bowles. Because Tampa always finds a way to get either close or lose the game. And you know what? I'm going to agree with him. I think Tampa may win this game, but by only 3 or 4 points. So give me the Saints and give me the over.
All right. Brian.
Yeah, looks like Tampa's getting some players back. I think they're playing loose and relaxed. Tristan Wirtz got a big man touchdown last week. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay, and I have the over.
Because I will be on the island.
All right.
I think. I know.
Man, I'll tell you what, I hate giving up anything over a touchdown against this Saints team because you just don't know what you're going to get. But the Buccaneers are forced now to have to show up because almost every game now is a playoff game with the way the Panthers are playing. I got to take the Bucs in this ball game. I think they got to play their best game. Under. Keith.
Same here. I'm not going to overthink this one.
Oh,
Tampa Bay, I think, is a better team. Saints being bad, and so yeah, Tampa Bay covers and it goes under.
All right.
It's nice to be on the island.
Keith Rob.
Yeah, you can have that island, Michael.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Keith and Rob go Bucks and under. Brian and Tim, Bucks and over. Mike goes Saints and over. Just seeing a report, Ben Roethlisberger is going to Steelers management saying he thinks Mike Tomlin's time in town is over with, and it's time to get a new replacement. How about that?
The New York Giants will hire.
But that was pretty wild. We go to Mike now.
Yes.
Mike, the 4 o'clock games, the Broncos 8-point favorites against the Raiders. Stout number, 39.5. Have at it, Mike.
Bo. He's going to throw. Bo. Where are they playing, in Denver?
It's in Vegas.
Playing in Vegas.
It's in Vegas. Oh, baby. Bo. Raiders and the Broncos and the under. Bo.
You say Broncos and under?
Oh, yeah. Raiders might score 7. Geno Smith gets hurt.
Right.
Vegas, I don't know if they're going to score in this game.
I bet it, Brian.
Yeah, I don't think Vegas is going to score in this game. So Denver is going to have to score 39 points, and they've never come close to that total. So I'm definitely taking the under in this game. A lot of teams give Denver a hard time because their offense has just not been very consistent this year. But they will win this game easily, but the total under.
All right. Yeah. I mean, come on. The Broncos had a hard time against Washington. And they were on the road week. But they can't play as flat as they did Sunday night. Broncos win by 2 touchdowns and the under. Keith.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that Denver only beat them 10-7 last time they played. That was a night game. I don't remember. Was that Thursday
Night. Yeah, it was a Thursday night game.
You know, they don't
that
score
kind of
on Thursday
explains
nights.
the Thursday nights. I think the Broncos cover this one. I'll go under too. I'm thinking like 27-10.
Tim.
Yeah, I'll go choo-choo on the Broncos and under train.
Da, 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 da. Hey, Glenwood.
Hopefully that train doesn't encounter that truck that was backing up. That we were
Did we
talking
all
about.
go?
Oh, God.
So did we all go Broncos and under? Did you
think
go under
so.
as well, Tim?
Yeah, I went under. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we all went Denver and the under. We go to Brian. Another 4:00 game. The Rams. Don't know what you're getting with these guys either. 8.5-point favorites. Staying on the road again this week. You're going to play the Cardinals. Is Brissett? He's playing again. Yeah. 47 and a hook. Brian.
Yeah, every team stumbles once in a while. I think NFL teams have the ability to play their best for maybe about 3 weeks, and then there starts to be a decline until they get it back together again. They might be in a little bit of a decline right now, but they're playing Arizona, and they've been in a decline all year. So I got the Rams and the under.
Rams scare me a little bit. But they lose to a team in Carolina that's actually better than they've been in the last 8-10 years.
Eli!
Cardinals are not that. 8.5. I will take the Rams. They win by over 10 points. I'm not going to say 2 touchdowns. We're going to go under the total. Keith.
Yeah, 8.5 concerns me a little bit. I will take the Rams, definitely even up. And I guess I will give the 8.5 as well. I could see the Cardinals playing closer. The NFL this year seems like every time you think you understand what a team is, you find out you don't. I'll go under 47.5.
Rams and under. Tim.
So what do the Rams essentially have to do? Double team the wide receivers because the Cardinals don't have a running game. That was an anomaly for Stafford to have all those turnovers. I think they will clean it up this week. I have the Rams and over.
All right. Mike, have at it, bud.
Oh, I'm having at it because my buddy Eli's on TV right now. He's at my other favorite thing in New York, the tree, the Christmas tree. They haven't lit it yet, but Eli's there. Meanwhile, Pafford's got to wake up. So again, Pafford has got to throw the ball. He'll probably throw the ball like 35 times. Cardinals defense is for garbage. I know they're playing indoors or semi-indoors. Nah, that's not enough. The Rams need to win, and they need to win big. So give me the Rams and give me the under.
All right. So everybody took the Rams on the board. Tim went over. Everybody else went under. All right. It's coming to me.
The tweet.
Bears traveling to the frozen tundra, Green Bay. Green Bay's 6.5-point favorites, 46 and a hook. And I will officially start the Chicago Island right here. Look, 6.5 is too much. 6.5 is too much. You got a Bears team that's outplayed the Packers the last 5 weeks. They've outplayed them. They just clearly outplayed them. Chicago defense is the best of any of the 4 out there, including Green Bay's defense. I'm not big on the Bears offense, but I don't think you got to be, because I'm not thinking the Packers are going to do a lot. This could easily be a 10-9 game or 16-12 game or something like that. Bears are going to find a way to win this ball game. They're not going to need the points. Bears outright win. I'm going way under the total, though. Keith.
Well, you're not on the island. The Packers defense, I think, is pretty good. And Williams' completion percentage is not great, but I thought he looked maybe the best he's looked so far against the Eagles. The Bears do have weapons, and they showed that they can run the ball, and that wasn't just last week. They've been doing that this year with the two-headed monster that they have. Monangai is it, and Swift. And they have Loveland that's playing good. And they have a decent trio of receivers. Green Bay, Jacobs is decent, but I just like the Bears' weapons more. I think their defense is starting to get healthy and they're playing better. And they're just kind of rolling downhill, not at a real fast clip, but they're playing with some momentum and confidence. So I'll take the under, and I'll take the Bears to win even up.
Outright?
Yep.
All right. Keith gives Bears an under. Tim?
Keith, you aren't the only one that likes the Bears to win this week. I do too. I just think they're playing better football right now. And as long as Caleb can take control of the ball, he's got enough weapons. He even got Cole Kmet in the game. Him and Loveland, gee, they got to run that more, because that's two good receiving tight ends there, especially in the red zone. Run that. I'll take the Bears to cover and win and under the total.
All right. Mike.
Meanwhile, they both have had the same amount of time off, so that kind of ruins something for me. But I'm going to go where are they playing? At Lambeau, right?
Right.
Yeah.
6.5. You gotta give up 6.5 points.
Give up 6.5 points. That's the only problem I have. If the game were like a 3.5 points, I would go with the Packers. Okay. And I'm still gonna go with the Packers because of one of Michael's favorite theories in all of football. It's called the Green Bay Fire and Ice theory. You always take the Packers in December when they are home. Give me the Packers. I don't like that number because I have a number in my head. I'm going to go under.
All right. I'm sorry, Brian.
Well, between Malanga and Smith, who's got the better running backs? Between Moore and Odunze, who's got the better wide receivers? I think they're at least up there with the Packers. Joe Tooney's leading an offensive line. Man, I wish the Chiefs had him back. I know Caleb Williams, there's a few things he's got to do better, but he's growing. And Ben Johnson is heading for the Coach of the Year. Who's the number 1 seed in the NFC right now? Chicago Bears.
NFC Chicago Bears.
That's Chicago Bears. So I'm taking Chicago, and I'm under the total.
Do they outright win, Brian?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, and Michael, the Bears did win in Lambeau last year in December. Just a little side note.
Yeah, I know, but still.
All right.
I am going on the island, and I love it.
under. Rob, Keith, Tim, Brian, did you go under as well?
Yes.
All right. And we all four went under the total. We go to
Does
Keith
anybody have a
now.
forecast for that game by any chance? What's
What?
the weather?
It's
Forecast.
cold up there.
It's definitely cold
15
out.
degrees high on Sunday.
What's
Yeah.
62?
Any snow?
15.
Oh, 15? Yeah.
Snow or wind?
Well, by 1 o'clock, I would expect it to probably be in the teens. Not much wind. They say about 8 miles an hour.
It's a 4 o'clock game.
Yeah, so that'll probably be, let's see if I get hour by hour. Probably not that far out, but yeah, it'll be cold.
Chicago's practicing cold weather, so that it's,
Second half of the game probably in single digits. Yeah, it'll be in single digits.
Would not
second half
doubt
of the game.
It's
shouldn't
snowing in
affect the
Chicago.
shouldn't
It's, there's
affect the
snow in
Bears.
Chicago right now. They'll be out for it.
All right, Keith. Sunday night football. Maybe the game of the week here. The Houston Texans travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Chiefs are 5.5 point favorites in this ball game. 41.5. Keith.
Well, because the Chiefs really need to win this game, even if I might think the Texans were playing a little bit better than them, and I'm not sure they are or not, but they are playing well. I still think the Chiefs are going to win this game and cover this spread, and I'll go over on this one.
All right. Tim.
My issue is that the Chiefs just lost Simmons. They just put him on IR, so he's out
he's
at least
gone.
for 4 weeks.
He's
And
broken
they've also
his-
got 2 or 3 other offensive linemen that are hurt. That's not very, very good for keeping continuity. Mahomes can probably make the best of it, but with the Chiefs or the Texans having the number 1 defense in the league, it kind of worries me. And yeah, it's in Kansas City, but I got the Texans in a slight upset to cover and win and under.
Tonight, too. It's going to be good and cold.
Yeah.
Over.
Under.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Under.
I just couldn't do it.
Mike.
Oh, Rocky got him.
Hey.
Damn it.
There we go.
Yeah, Rocky got him.
Your turn, Mike. Your turn, Mike.
You know what, Brian? My first question goes to you. Are you going to be home for the game? Yes or no?
Yes, I'll be home.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It makes me think. That's the first thing that made me think. Here's my next problem. My next problem is there's too much negative publicity these days going on with the Chiefs. Do you know, and Brian will know this, that Taylor has asked politely with the Chiefs management not to play any of her music during Chiefs home games. I read that the other day. Okay. Travis, he's doing okay, but they're not throwing the ball much to him. They want to be a speed team. And I don't know, with the Texans, the way they play and the way that they're going, I am looking for an upset also. If the Chiefs don't win, in my world, basically their run is done. I'm going with the Texans, and since I hate that number, it's gonna be just like 1 point over.
All right. Brian.
Yeah, Kansas City did go with speed, and you can't do that when you don't have an offensive line. They're missing both tackles. Simmons is probably out the year with a broken wrist. I think Tim. I think Simmons is a little bit undersized, so I had concern about him. He's been blocking great. Been doing a terrific job, but I really had concerns about whether he was going to make it through the year, because you look at him standing next to Kelsey. You know, Kelsey's almost bigger than Simmons is. So I don't know what's going on there with his weight, but he didn't make it through the year. Jalen Moore will probably be playing left tackle. And then we got two guys on the other side of the line that have really struggled. And they're even thinking, I bet it's going through their mind, they're bringing up a practice squad player named Elsa Paul, who played good in training camp, but has not played all year. They might be thinking about playing him. It's Humphreys is having a great year at center. Sue Matthias having a great year at left guard. But and Jalen Moore will be probably okay, but man, look who he's playing. He's playing against Will Anderson. So Mahomes is going to have to do everything like right now, or the Chiefs are going to have to get serious about a running game. They did for one game, and it went well, but they didn't. They went back to their old ways last week. You have to be balanced in the NFL. This idea of Andy Reid's a terrific coach. No, don't get me wrong, but his short passing game, he says he calls that his running game, but it does not affect the defensive line like a real running game does. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on Mahomes. I've got Houston winning the game and the total going under. And you don't know how hard that hurts.
Oh, but it must be. It's probably a Texas tea that's gonna be with you, you know?
I think the run's over this year. Hopefully they'll get some help in the draft, some more depth in the offensive line and running back. But and I don't, Chris Jones half the year did not play, and in the last 3-4 weeks he's turned it on, played pretty well. But we probably need a defensive tackle as well.
So you're going Texans and
Under.
Under? All right.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, tough game to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very tough game to pick. Best defense in the league against an offense that you're really unsure about. But they're like a caged animal. And as soon as you think they can't do anything, it's when they will do something. I just got a feeling, though, the Texans come out this game and play hard. I'm taking the Texans right here. I don't know if anybody else did. I'm taking the Texans plus the 5.5. I think the Chiefs win the ball game, though. I think the Chiefs find a way to win. But I think this is going to go under. So Chiefs win, Texans cover, and under. And finally, Monday Night Football, we go to Tim. The Philadelphia Eagles, 2.5-point favorites, travel on to LA to play the Chargers. So
Track.
SoFi Field, 43 and a hook. And if you've heard anything lately, that team may be switching stadiums with Vegas, with the Raiders, because the Raiders don't like the situation they've got in Vegas now. It could happen. It's a slight chance it could happen, but
The Chargers and the Raiders.
Eagles 2.5-point favorites. Have at it.
Yeah. Wow, that's something I guess you want to be a hold of. But then again, with UCLA one moving to SoFi, but that's a completely different story. To me, the Eagles have become completely one-sided with their offensive line issues. Barkley's not a threat. He has not had the big home runs like they had last year. The Chargers and Herbert's got a broken hand, but he's going to play through it allegedly. I think the Chargers can do enough to win the game. I'll take the Chargers in the under.
All right. So you're taking Chargers and under.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mike.
Can you explain that to me?
What's that?
The stadium
They're going to
situation.
switch stadiums? I know Uckman's going to Sophie. But what's
happening is this. Well, Oakland wanted to get the Raiders back, and they finally got something out there as far as wanting to get a deal on the table. But the Raiders right now, they're not seeing a financial gain by not owning their stadium, and that's what the problem is. Vegas owns the stadium. But they said all along they didn't want to share a stadium. So you go back to LA.
Oh,
I don't know what they're going to do. We're going to see what happens.
They're playing in Sophie, right?
Yeah. Yes, they're playing in Sophie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's East Coast, West Coast, but the West Coast team is home. So, nah, my instinct says I gotta go with the Eagles. I'm gonna take the points, and I think they're gonna win the game on national TV. They've been on national TV a lot of times. I'm gonna take the Eagles, and I think the game will go over.
All right. Brian.
I haven't heard anything in the news, but I was thinking and talking with Lori about a week ago that I wasn't sure that both those LA teams are going to stay in Los Angeles, either the Rams or the Chargers. It's still a college town. When I lived out there, nobody thought about the pros, really. It was all UCLA, all USC. And I know that's been some time ago. And then the Raiders came, and they kind of caught on out there pretty well. So what you're saying kind of makes sense to me. Would not surprise me. About the Eagles, I'm having visions of a couple of years ago when they lost, 6 games in a row toward the end. Team just kind of fell apart. Kind of looks like same things happening over again. I'm taking the Chargers and the under.
Oh, Sophie.
All right.
I'm still sold on the Eagles. I know the Eagles, Sirianni, all of them have their problems and all this stuff going on. Until further notice, they're a champs. We'll see what happens. The Eagles division to the Cowboys. If they're division winners. But that's going to take a lot. I just don't think the Chargers match up with the Eagles. Chargers got blown out by Washington. You get blown out by Washington. I'll go under the 30.
So
That was a lot of weeks
Eagles and under for Rob, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, I would. The Eagles and under. What did Keith do?
and I haven't
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah, it's almost hard to believe that you kind of forget both these teams are 8-4 right now. Chargers coming off a better game though recently, and the Eagles haven't played so well the last couple weeks. And I still wonder if this team might end up giving up on Sirianni before the season's over if that things don't improve quickly. I don't worry about the Chargers giving up on Harbaugh. Chargers at home. I like them out there in the West Coast in this one. So I'll take the Chargers, and I'll go under.
There's the tweet. Filmed out a month ago.
All right.
So anyway,
We lasted just long enough here for Rob.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts anybody has on this week? Anything?
It's going to be another crazy.
I didn't catch nothing of what you said. I caught nothing of what you said, Keith.
Chargers and under.
I think it's going to be another crazy week.
Still ain't catching it.
You got the little gumball that you can show them, Brian?
No, I'm not talking.
Oh, you're not at home. That's right. Chargers. I'll text it to him.
What was it, Keith?
Chargers and under.
He still might not have got it.
Chargers and under. All right.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I was about to text it. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah,
We
we
can
got
hear
you
you,
now.
but
We were going into oblivion, but you're back. Or not.
Or not.
Well, anyway, we got through our picks.
Yep.
So that's done. And if nobody else has any other further comments, we'll just call it a night and tell everybody thanks for watching us, and hope that they tune in again in future weeks. Don't bet on our picks, because that's really going to be a bad outcome for you this year.
yeah.
And happy trails getting home there.
Yeah,
Brian.
I mean, this is just all for fun, and laugh at us if you want. If that's,
I laugh all the time.
that's always a good reason to watch. But anyway,
Actually, the train that we rode down on the same train, the Texas Eagle, the day before derailed south of Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It did.
Ew.
so anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. Everybody, take care this week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Brian, safe home, okay?
Look at that.
Bye.
Choo-choo.